ということで、ゲオルグ・ヘーグルさんです。
My grandfather started and very small with just 1.5 hectares. My father really started to a little bit larger to buy vineyards and to produce more wine. That was in the 80s, 1980s. I can show the soil of the Brook if you like.
Yeah, I would like
because it's a very special vineyard. So it's a very steep vineyard. We have a lot of primary rock there, especially gneiss we have there.
クナイスという言葉が出ましたが、これは土壌でヘンマガンというちょっとなんかまだら模様になった。
I can show you
ワイナリーの
here.
後ろ、私の見せてる写真の後ろ側のお山ですね。あれがブリュックなんですが、彼は今ワイナリーのいわゆるテイスティングルームに見張ります。ここにブリュックとあるのが見えるでしょうか。これが土壌構成のいわゆるボーリングした後ですね。I can see it exactly. Thank you.
It's very hard stone.
ハードストーンですよ、皆さん。もうガリガリの石だらけでしょ。バッハウといえばこれなんですよね。ヘンマガンだとか、あとグリマシーファーと言われる、いわゆる結晶片岩ですね。もうガリンガリンになってます。はい。お外もですね、おそらく2、30メーターは歩けるんじゃないかということで、
Can you see the vineyard?
Yes, until now it's okay. 皆さん、こういうね、テラス状になっております。バッハウは。これはヨーロッパの昔ながらの渓谷のスタイルですね。ドイツなんかでよく見せてたのは、あれは70年代に高地整理して、畑をこうね、平らじゃないな、なんていうのか、こうね、斜面に、斜度にしてるわけですけれども、ここは昔ながらの段々が残ってます。で、これがですね、ヘーグルさんの美しい醸造所になります。こんな感じです。前景で見ると。世界で15選に選ばれているそうですけれども、すごいですよね。ちゃんと見える。Great! Good job, Carol. Thank you.
Thank you. That's our tasting room.
Yes, テイスティングルームがね、めちゃめちゃおしゃれなんですよ。さすがオーストリアおしゃれやねって感じですね。なんかね、シンプルでね、ちょっとそぎ落とした感じが、なんか京都のなんかすき家作りのような、なんかね、これがいろんなエチケットですね。
Here you can visit us, taste our wines. The building is very new. We built it in 2015, and we used a lot of wood, a lot of oak. Oak is very typical here in our region, and sometimes we also use oak barrels in the cellar. So that's the connection to the process of winemaking.
建物自体はですね、もうほとんどがこのオークですね。この近隣のオークなんでしょうか。ここの辺ではもう典型的な作り、この木材としてですね、使ってます。ただ、ワインに関してはそのオークはほとんど使っていません。スマラクトというか、見てくださいよ。この、教会かって。もう結婚式あげたくなっちゃいますよね、これ。すげえな、ほんと。私もね、何回行った ?3 回ぐらい行きましたかね。一番最初に行ったのはもう十何年前だったんで、もう全然わちゃわちゃなお家だったんですけど、なんか5年前に行ったら急に変わってたんで、ちょっとびっくりしましたけどね。ここからお外が見れるわけですな。いいね。It's a schön, the vineyard is.
Here is Brook, and that's the Schön vineyard.
Over there is Schön.
Yeah, Schön is about 200 meters away, far from the winery, and behind the house we have the Brook vineyard. In front of the picture you can see the Ried Schön. There we have mainly Grüner Veltliner, because the soil there is a little bit deeper and a little bit richer. Grüner Veltliner needs a little bit more water than Riesling, so we always prefer to plant it on the a little bit deeper soils. In the back of the picture, you can see also very small our winery, and the hill behind the winery is all Ried Brook. and it's mainly planted with Riesling because there is a lot of rocks are there, very hard for the roots to dig in there. It was very warm today. We had almost 10 degrees, but we had snow in the beginning of the year. Middle of January it was very cold. It was minus 10 degrees. And we also made some ice wine 2 weeks ago. Made it exactly 2 weeks ago. And the last time it was very rare. It was not often possible to do ice wine because the climate is changing. It's getting warmer. So the last time we did ice wine was 2011. 10 years, yeah.
アイスワインってね、ご存知の方もおられるかもしれませんけど、マイナス7度とか8度ぐらいの、夜中とか明け方ですね。12月とか1月までブドウの木に木をわざと鳴らしとくんですよ。で、鳴らした状態で、夜中になると、それぐらいマイナス10度とかになったらまさにいいんですけど、そしたらブドウが凍るんですよね。天然で。で、凍ってるんですけど、そのままガチってね、強プレスすると、水分は凍ってるんですけど、エキス分って凍ってないんですよ。だからすごい黄金色のね、糖度も乗ってるし、酸度も乗ってるっていうすごい果汁が取れるんで、本当に少量取れるんですけど、そのアイスワインというのが、ちょっと最近は取りにくいなと。
It's Grüner Veltliner, and it's from a very high vineyard, where it's cold. So we have fresh acidity there every year, and that's very good for the sweet wine. It's a new vineyard we got 5 years ago. It's the name is Brandstadt, and that's the next vineyard behind of Bruck. So it's the last vineyard in the valley. Yeah, so Riesling is, I think, a little bit more fruity and has a little bit higher acidity. Normally, Grüner Eiswein, I think, is a little bit softer. It's normally very sweet. You have a very wide spectrum of aromas. You have a little bit of spiciness, of course, of pepper, but also very ripe fruits. You have very ripe apples, very ripe pears. Sometimes you have a little bit of exotic, like pineapple. Of course, you have like a little bit of honey, very sweet aromas.
I see.
If we see it's a very hot year, like 2018, then we do not try, because if the summer is hot or the whole year is already hot, then we think the winter will also be not so cold. And it's always a little bit of a risk. So if it gets not cold enough, you cannot use the grapes. But if we have years like 13 or this year was a little bit cooler, then we try it. But in the past it was easier to produce it. So in the 90s or in the 2000s, you could produce it in the Spitzergraben maybe every second or every third year. But now it's a little bit changing. It's getting warmer, and maybe we can do it once or twice in a decade. So it's getting very rare in the future, I think.
You harvested this ice wine 2021, but the vintage is 2020, right?
Exactly, yeah.
2021年の1月収穫のアイスワインはヴィンテージはどっちになるんでしょうかということですけれども、答えは2020年です。あくまでも企業決算と一緒ですね。年度換算なので2020年ヴィンテージということで、2020年にできたブドウを2021年に収穫したということで、ラベルに記載されるのは2020年になります。
Here we had some, that was 2 weeks ago, we had some more snow. And in this time we also picked ice wine.
では皆さん、
Okay.
ヘーグルさんでした。
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
最後までご覧いただきありがとうございます。チャンネル登録、コメントよろしくお願いいたします。